fewer stars in the sky? So few stars, everyone's wishes aren't gonna come true. Yeah, totally. You think that Bowser found a way to steal our stars? Oh, I hope not. I have so many wishes. Mostly I want some cool boots. Please give me cool boots. Please give me cool boots. Please give me cool boots. I won't wish for anything else. I have a feeling this girl wants some boots. Don't you think so? And Goombara's like, yeah, I'd date her. Oh, nice one. You got me. Huh? Oh, hey, pizza? Hey, look! Pizza? Lena? Pizza? Lena, pizza? Here's your pizza. That'll be 10 cents. I got a pizza! Woo-hoo-hoo! We did it, everyone! We did it! Like, we did it! I knew we could do it! We did it! We got a pizza! Everyone, rejoice! Pizza! Ooh, diary? Mira's diary. She's not near us, huh? Why am I still soaking wet? Is this Link's sweat to finding Pyrrha's diary? I think so. He's sweating what he could find in this diary. Wow. Jeez, Link, I didn't know you were such a gossiper. I could, right? Oh, these thorns aren't as dangerous as I thought they would be. Really? Now that needs to be a picture. You're better than I thought. This might be fun. Time to rock! Champion my rear. You just got super guarded by the Hilly, the undefeated master. Good evening. Okay, I don't know where that came from, but how's it going, everyone? Hillagix here. Hope y'all are having a good Sunday. Happy time zone, everyone, and good evening to you all. I don't know why I'm suddenly Dracula tonight, but that is just the what you say vibe of how I'm feeling to be doing Fontaine-uary quest. Believe it or not, today is Liney and Lynette, or Linny and Lynette, his birthdays today, and I did not plan this, which is very, very funny that I got the two Fontaine. I'm doing this on Fontaine Twins' birthday. Also, Lil, welcome in. Congrats on being first. But I just thought it was very funny that I'm doing this now, of all days. I don't know every Genshin characters' birthdays. It's nice that they gave us the boss materials, though. Those are very nice. But what are we gonna do today? We are going to be finally, after skipping, let me pull up the archive. Where is it? After doing the prologue, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and a little bit of chapter 4, and the entirety of chapter 5, we're actually going to be finishing chapter 4. Well, not entirely in one stream. That would be like a 10-hour stream or something. I don't have that kind of energy. not that much. But we're going to be doing most of it. So we've gotten through a lot of the text. Like, look at how many texts we've already listened to. Like, good goodness, we ended right there. So we are going to be actually starting this quest, and my goal is to try and finish it this month in Fontaine-uary. Oh, hold on, this isn't like Fontaine team. Where's my Fontaine team? I actually have a lot of Fontaine characters, surprisingly. This is my Fontaine team in Fontaine-uary. There we go. What do I do with my resin? I should probably drop it off somewhere, huh? Just get it done with. But that's gonna be what we're gonna be doing today, and for all my Genshin streams this month, hopefully. I don't know what to do with all these. I mean, I could use them in the Fontaine if I really want to. Or I could just use them all here. Just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just gotta get rid of this stuff super fast. I mean, I can do it tomorrow. It's fine. That can be tomorrow Hilly's problem, off-stream Hilly's problem, because I want to get through this story, because it's gonna take an eternity. Because I've heard from many people that it's the best story in the game, at least the best Archon story in the game. And I have not experienced it fully myself. I know the general gist of it, but this will be my first time examining every detail, and by every detail I mean like 3/4 of the details, because I'll be skipping around and doing stuff. But that'll be the quest. That will be the stream today. So we'll see how this all goes. Also, did I click live on YouTube? I don't think I did. No, I did click live on YouTube. It's live now. Okay. First, let me drop off my coin.
This realm is.
Then we'll head over to Fontaine for Fontaine-uary. I'm just so proud of that wordplay. I'm going to be saying Fontaine-uary and at every opportunity I can. So right over here is where the quest continues. Okay, and let me do my audio check real quick, and then we'll be off to the aquatic races. I'm live, right? Let's see. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, sounds okay. If I need to adjust the volume, I'll adjust it if needed. No, not you. You'll noodle that all the way, please. It's right down there. Okay, where is he? Where are they? Chilling right down here. Ugh. All right, quest continues. Oh, and it's sunny all of a sudden. I thought it was nighttime a second ago. Also, happy birthday. Also, hello.
Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
But yes, happy birthday.
Oh, they all just went out a
Oh,
moment.
this little shy guy. If I did his, I don't know if I did his entire quest online on stream or not, but his event quest where he helps a kid who's like sick and the kid's mom and stuff. It's very, very sweet. He's a sweet little boy.
Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped.
Oh, we know who Father is.
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine.
Fremine.
He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
What a talented family.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
Oh, sure. Good old brother of mine.
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. What is this camera angle?
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more material.
Oh, right, that was the thing we were doing.
Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials.
Yeah.
I was about to give them to you.
It's a while
That's
since
Fremine.
it's been such a while since
Especially
I've talked to
underwater
him.
work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Yeah, what's with all these cinematic angles? Oh, and it's raining now.
Looks like rain.
Yeah, no stuff.
But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment
It was
ago?
also dark just a minute before that.
Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the opera house,
Trials?
but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
Trials, you say?
What's wrong, Fremine?
From Benet.
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It
Sometimes.
said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain.
If only we could meet said dragon. Also, my captions aren't on.
When I was a child,
Captions, you
my
okay?
mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs.
Captions.
Hydro dragon.
There they are.
Hydro dragon.
Takes us a minute.
Don't cry.
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual.
If only we could play as such a dragon.
Let Paimon try something.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
Hydro dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of the moon, or could at least play along.
Sorry, it might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
And then the rain stopped.
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the
Oh
aqua
yeah,
bus
wasn't
to the island of
Tri-Road
Airways.
with us?
I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh, are you leaving now?
I didn't really do much
What
of
is it,
anything.
Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it?
Don't put words into my mouth, big bro.
Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there. I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite.
I don't like that you're saying that in front of friends, bro.
Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks.
I won't say such a thing.
I'll
Wait,
think of a
we
way
know
to
what you
get
can
up to you.
do.
Oh, no need.
Oh yeah, now we can hang out with Mr. Fremine.
Thanks again, you two. I really can't deal with that lady.
She's mean. She makes me sad. I was going to press the bumper and down button to take a picture, but that's not how you do it in this game. And the picture isn't there; it's up here. I'm so used to playing Genshin, where everything is, or no, I'm so not used to playing Genshin because my skew of camera controls are so backwards. I don't know how to do anything.
Thanks again, you
I've been playing Infinity Nikki way too much, and I will say I'm genuinely enjoying Infinity Nikki. Like this, honestly, Genshin's kind of tiring me out, man. Like you'd think I'd be happy for Lantern Right, but like with all the cool stuff Nikki has to do, it's like, whoa, I'd rather play this game, and like there's way more things to do and way more rewards to get than in this one.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh, hello there. New customers?
Oh yeah, we've done stuff with Estelle before. That's how I bought Gaming's Title Shadow.
No, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are.
something. Hot Pockets.
Ah, these must be for Magic Pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now. No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Wow. So, is Linny actually loaded?
The family might.
Sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Hey, is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Oh yeah, I've seen this machine in many
Hands when the
teapots.
machine can do the work. It would be a waste not to use the latest technology, and wasting is a kind of crime.
Technology is kind of incredible.
Machine like that get its power from?
A power source. The
Well,
phlogiston.
It's a
No,
little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you.
because you're lame, man.
Everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
In the what? Is that what it's called?
Trials produce energy.
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself. When a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale...
She said the thing! She said it, everyone! Did you hear that accent when she said it too? Say it again.
When a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale...
The oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale.
When a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse...
Oratrice mécanique d'analyse.
When a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale harvests...
D'analyse
people's
cardinale.
justice.
There's just a hint of accent in there. It's so beautiful.
When a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique
Oratrice.
d'analyse cardinale
Oratrice
harvests
mécanique
people's justice.
d'analyse cardinale.
It's
It's so
all
good.
around Fontaine.
It's so good.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the oratrice was
The
produced by
oratrice.
Archon to make
The
magic.
oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. Oratrice.
Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source?
Magic, Paimon! Magic!
Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for
Sure.
Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the
Pneumonia.
Archon, but it is unstable by nature.
I thought
Well,
I'd find you hard at work.
who the heck are you?
Or chatting the day away.
Who the frick are you? Get away from me.
Sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me?
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to convert?
Do we need to beat someone up? Because we got pyro power now. One of the few people doing the pyro quest. Look at that man's stash.
By the end of this month, I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
No.
Huh? You...
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Why don't we beat them up?
Hey, hold on.
Aw, man. No, he's here too. What's he doing here?
If Contrary of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora.
What are you doing here?
Join us first, before you get back to your little conversation here.
Ah, you're from Northland Bank.
That was a jump scare right here.
Why are you hounding me
Mr.
now?
Mayonnaise jump scared me.
Traveler, Paimon!
She's just
You
you just jump scared me into this cutscene. Ugh.
Nice to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Also, you're our friend now? Why are you a friend now?
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly,
I've been waiting for you.
pretty boring.
I want to kill something.
Fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some
This
good
is so
friends,
weird because I have not
always seem to
interacted with this man in like 2.5 years in the game.
a lot more interesting now?
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting.
Because, you know, he's kind of... You know me, I'm not a fan. He's like my least favorite character because of how frat boy he is. I think we're okay.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting
You
something?
know he's like a harbinger, right?
It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends?
Friends!
Boy, if you want Chamora, fine. Why don't you come? And
You know, he can kill you, you know?
I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tooser ice fishing,
Who?
Tooser said,
Hey, that's way over the line. All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now.
can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients, you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Hey, I want to beat him up too.
I'm sure this won't take long.
My leg! Oh, we get to play as him? Oh. I didn't even know you could play as him. Huh. I don't know what he does at all. I didn't even know he's here. You know what would be really funny?
This is getting interesting.
No, okay, and we're just up here. And that'll probably make some people extremely mad at me. But hey, and any publicity is good publicity. Oh, do I have to watch that quest again? Oh, we do.
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh no!
Ah, these must be.
Oh,
from
well,
Magic
good
Pocket.
thing I got Turbo Fire.
I can't.
Hey!
Why use your?
Where does it be?
Well, but basic.
Huh?
Wow, I want to trial it.
So that would.
All right, well, let's zoom right through.
So that.
Even though I've besides it isn't produced.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you
I didn't
are,
even know we
Jack.
could play as him again.
You again?
Yeah, but
Huh?
Seems business isn't so.
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, if Confrere of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland...
you're from.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too.
But it seems either way you look,
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid it.
Hey, you.
don't interrupt. It's not often...
You kidding? Listen to me.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh,
Hey, that's way over the line. All right.
can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not, you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses.
All right. Let's do this for real. I don't know how you exactly are supposed to fight him like this, so something about cooldowns and stuff. Eh.
No time to lose. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank?
What's with this guy's extremely deep voice?
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it? Huh?
Hmm?
Now's my chance.
Huh? What was that?
Huh. That was weird.
Hmm? What was that? Your hydropower got
Sure.
turned off?
It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Take it to the repairman.
How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
Doesn't that make you sick?
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? And don't say it's
What, are you trying to steal the hydronosis too?
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Oh, you should see therapy for that.
What kind of reason is that? Since when do you feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself.
I'm depressed. I haven't seen you in years.
There seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
That's called hormones. You should really get that checked. You might want to take some progesterone. Get some labs done. A1C, testosterone, estrogen, all that stuff. And yeah, might want to take some DIM too. Yeah, might have a thyroid problem. It could be a myriad of different factors.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities.
Oh.
The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk.
Oh, I didn't know we hear her name right now. I thought we learn about her name when we get stuck in the whale fight. Yeah, everyone keeps talking about this skirk and twerk a skirk a lady. I didn't know we learned about her here. I thought we learned about her when we're fighting the whale. Huh, okay.
She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques.
Why are you telling me this now?
I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it.
The whale.
Traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
The
She
whale.
never explained that. But my guess
Or
is that it's
narwhal.
related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge
Oh
whale
yeah.
that seemed to
I didn't know you were paying attention to that. I don't know.
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental power.
Oh, so it's not a
It
whale.
takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale.
Because
has
I really
always been
like
stuck in my
whales. A lot.
mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves?
That's a lot of
So
meta.
why don't you just go ask your master?
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss.
Master
But
Twerk.
it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There is
Well, we might meet her again later this year. Later this month, too.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you.
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
I got a gnosis to
It's
steal.
more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling
For
bored.
fun?
Official champion duelist?
Of Clorond?
Their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending.
I love
your
that
honor.
Estelle already left
If
by
a
here.
criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst case scenario is that you're
And, you know,
simply killed in the duel.
you just die.
Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. From what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused.
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Not really.
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens.
I wouldn't call that
Besides,
respect.
None of the champion duelists
Whoa.
are to be trifled with. Which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I've been asking her for some time before she finally
Please
agreed
fight
to face
me!
me.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
I'm terrible at remembering names.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have
Huh?
this.
Why are you giving us stuff? What?
Huh?
A keychain? Why are you giving this to me?
You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, I think I'll be better off.
Oh, you're gonna
without
fight
it.
without it?
I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Okay.
That's what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in
Alright,
touch.
get out of my eyesight.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon.
It's his hormones.
Seems we don't have much to do for now. Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Hey, don't spoil it.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Paimon never saw that twist coming. Murder mystery novels here are amazing. The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it.
How long have we been here?
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Linny's performance?
Oh yeah.
Linny said that the Opera House is on Aranea, so let's go ride the Aquabus.
So we're supposed to do that. Or, you know, you could just teleport there. All I wanna do a giant mom and a giant woman. All I wanna be is someone who gets to see a giant woman.
Whoa, now this is fancy.
Oh, you know, the place I've been like 50 times.
What a place to hold a performance. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful
Hey.
life.
Have big dreams.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine.
Vache,
Huh? Huh?
What's wrong?
Vache, Vache.
You hear something?
Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette, you scared Paimon. When did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In
Maybe?
fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element.
Oh.
Others in my family have had similar experiences.
Because of her sensitivity to the hydro element?
I said I was sensitive.
What to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When you're sad, when you're out of food.
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
And when he's super nervous.
I understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here.
That's some
So
aqua
what you
way.
heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Not sure I buy it.
What did the voice say?
Vache.
If you are hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first.
What's he up to?
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before...
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Okay. What are these two up to? Javal!
Not a big fan of
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to
Really? We just met you.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived.
Oh.
But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets.
I've done many a wishes here and lost many a 50-50s.
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats.
Dang.
Thanks, Linny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Linny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cowl, my assistant.
Cowl?
I'll go lend him a hand.
Sounds like a cow.
We'll just go to our seats.
Okay, where are we going? First floor, second floor, all the floors, to the window, to the walls. Which way? Where is our seat? Oh, right at the front. Who's that? Is that him? Can't be. It is him. The one, the only.
Oh, these should be our seats.
Boop. My mom can't sit down. It's him.
Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and... you little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
It's him.
So you heard all of that, did ya? Good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So let's talk. But Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
You could say that.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
I could say that.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just
Hi.
arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat, and as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Nouvlet.
Monsieur Nervillet, what an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Oh.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your...
That is an honor for
performance.
me.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be?
The Grand Justice.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and
Justice!
here in Fontaine.
Ooh, sorry for being so rude just now.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work.
I'm just
Nearly
chilling.
every
Man.
person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to, there's someone sitting up
By
there in
the
the
way.
VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Look at her trying to sit all fancy and pretty.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best.
That is good.
No need to pay her any more attention.
Just
You may now
have fun.
Enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer.
Yay! The show is finally about to start!
Showtime.
Ooh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera
Da,
Express.
da, 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 da,
I am the
da.
star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous. Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
I have a mask.
Both Lynette and myself.
Oh, wow, they're actually taking their visions.
That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, dang.
Good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now,
They could
without
probably do
further
magic
ado,
without
let the show begin.
visions.
Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say.
Have fun,
You never know
everyone.
what can happen in the blink of an eye. A
Cutscene
magician's
time.
greatest skill is making things disappear or
Yes.
appear. The possibilities are endless.
I'm gonna stand my standing desk. Yeah. Nothing in the hat, you see. There's nothing in. Now it's floating.
Huh?
Cards. Hats. Cards.
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think?
Oh, and now I'm in hydropower.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
Is that safe? Also, why is Cooler on there? Boop.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top.
Boop.
Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now.
Or is this part of the trick?
Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Oh, where did your clothes go?
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Put your clothes on. Oh, okay. She just has set a second pair. Magic! I'm on sit down.
Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
That's the magic.
Through his tricks, and that would mean that his skills.
That's not how magic works.
Appreciate magic. You should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right.
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation
Ta-da! Ta-da! Ta-da!
far beyond what you've just
Cats!
seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is
All these
still
normal looking
resistant
people, and then
after all.
the Hydro Dragon and the Traveler and a floating
In which
baby.
case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now, there are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here,
I have a
and
mask.
one is there in the aisle of
I
the
also have a
audience.
mask.
I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap.
Meat?
Our
I
lucky
love swap
audience
meats.
member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the
Oh, there's
opposite
obviously a
box.
trap door in the bottom, right?
Please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow, how's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Just watch,
The audience
Paimon.
number will be generated by this random number selector.
A random number selector?
It's entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate.
Even this has a gotcha.
Let's begin.
Those don't look like numbers. 32!
Let me
No,
see.
7-3.
7C3. Congratulations!
You there!
You now have the chance to experience
Yay!
magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box.
Yay.
I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as
The
possible.
magic box! Like the box
You
in
can do
Bolt, the
anything,
movie.
But no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even
Prison?
find yourself in the Fortress of Mirror.
That's not something nice.
Okay.
Before I enter the magic
It's not
box,
something nice to say to an audience member. You might go to jail if you mess this up.
60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box. So, oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58. 60!
Oh gosh, there's a lot of people in the audience.
Perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54, 53, 52? Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head.
I don't like counting out loud.
Here is merely a consequence of my identity and personality.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon... 40, 39, 38!
Mr. Lindy,
20,
are you all right in
19,
there? Is everything ready?
82.
Yes, I'm fine. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Oh.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Hmm?
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't...
25, 24, 23.
What's wrong, Mr. Linny?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect.
19, 18.
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right.
That's okay.
10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10.
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait. Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7.
Hey, slow down! Honestly.
5.
They're just doing a bit.
Whoops! That doesn't count.
0.
Oop. Oh, my laundry's done.
Ta-da!
But yeah, when I got my brick, I got it. And you. Oh. Okay.
What happened?
This is part of the magic too, right? Oh, there's a person there.
Is this part of the show?
It was part of the show, like in AJR.
Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over.
Oh.
Medical staff with me.
Oh.
Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants.
Wait, what about the lady? I thought there was a lady in there.
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And
What are
after
you
an
getting
initial
there?
search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance, and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances case?
Sounds tasty.
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
Oh yeah.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation.
She's just hamming it
a
up.
bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Lenny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Huh? I just think that he... Well,
Mm.
I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
Yeah, now she's walking back on it.
Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right.
Hmm?
I mean
What?
you,
Huh?
traveler.
What?
You'll support Lenny, won't you? After all, he was the one who
Huh?
helped you the first time we met.
Why am I being dragged into this?
Then there's no problem at all.
You know, I could just leave, you
The
know.
Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met, but with Lenny's help.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
our little
close
duel
the
ended
camera
well.
back a little bit. Goodness.
So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and
Riveting.
find the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Alright, I gotta take a quick break because there's an ad coming up in a minute. So I'm going to BRB and get my laundry in a dryer. So, BRB. Did I fall down here? Good old Yardovich. There he goes. Lots of XP. Wow! Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay, I just fell into another enemy. Okay. Oh, there we go. Ah! Oh, wow. That's super close. Thank you. Listen, it took a lot of hard work to get here. Okay. Alright. I just gotta not mess this up. Oh, it's this kid again. Oh, Mario. Oh, aha! Boy, are you unlucky to run into me again. Oh, it's Junior Trooper. Have you been crying? Did you get lost in here? Hey, shut up. I'm not a lost child. I'm your worst nightmare. Here comes the pain. Oh yeah, Junior Troopa's famous catchphrase. Here comes the pain. Isn't that Corey from Corey in the House's catchphrase? It is a little weird that these boos are a different hue than the ones in the mansion. Is that supposed to show that like boos have some sort of like color or something? Somebody once told me if a home's dilapidated, it means it's crumbly and deserted. That sounds like this place, and Goomba said boos love this sort of place. What? That actually worked really well. That actually worked perfectly. Oh wow, even why does Oleana have an army of hikers? Why does she have an army of hikers? What? Seriously, it's an army! Where did you get this army of hikers from? Also, why is Rose here? Aren't you in jail or something? Good to see you, Steven. I mean, Hilly. What if I told you you could turn that random junk into cold hard cash? Or florins. Yeah, florins. What's a florin? Isn't florin the name of a guy from Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Am I just collecting florins from Xenoblade? Is he a good character? I thought he wasn't that good, was he? Sign! Right, he's on the other side! And we are back. Alright. Where were we? I heard that.
Understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linn's attorney and defend him in this case?
No, not really. But Lumine wants to, so I guess I have to say yes.
Well.
I just met this guy.
From now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linny and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once...
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot
can
build in such a short amount of time.
So, long day, huh?
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
Not really.
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Where'd you get that mustache from? You're not Paimon, you're Nomiap.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier.
Pretty cool, huh? I'm Nomiap.
Don't worry.
Not Paimon.
Our own savings to buy them.
Oh,
It wasn't
well,
from
good.
our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's
You
the
have
way I
good
feel.
taste.
Feeling
I'm
depressed isn't gonna
Nomiak.
help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys.
Yeah, I didn't really want to, but okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm used to this.
Just leave it to
We'll
us.
figure something out.
Since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid
Trade
that would
secret.
involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right.
Yeah.
The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. Tis but if revealing our secrets will help you
Hey,
uncover
what did you
the
say?
truth
Tis
behind
truly a pity.
Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art.
Hmm.
We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks.
Let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here.
Hmm.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation?
I am definitely not Paimon. I'm Nomiak.
I see.
Nomiap.
You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props. As you probably saw when you were in the audience.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah.
And smashed the box.
But why is
This
Cal
the
there?
real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Hmm.
Are you both good friends of his?
Not really. We just met him a few days ago.
We were good friends.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorney.
To be honest, Farina kind of forced it on
No,
us.
there's no such thing as magic. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry,
Okay.
I tend to be pretty straightforward. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious.
The case record. Oh man, where Phoenix writing this? Use your perception. There's a guy. Man, this is literally just Phoenix Wright. Perception. Case recorder's gonna be opened quickly. The water tank must have struck it hard. A rope.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Wouldn't it take a minute though?
Why so serious, traveler?
Where did it snap? At the middle?
Whoa.
Or at the beginning?
It's made from different materials.
Oh, there's a lot of things.
Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It must be flammable.
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material, wait, why would you?
Where it snapped was meant to be flammable, but everything else was not. Oh, this has got a check mark. Excuse me, Maurice, Australian.
Hello there. What?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the magic troupe members are currently considered prime suspects. Seems we're all booked in advance. So we were able to deduce the missing
Who
woman's
is she?
identity, but sure, it's not like this is confidential information. Her name is Halsey.
Halsey,
Painter
like the
from
singer?
Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. Magic troupe members.
You sound like the last guy.
We have looked into her social connection. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
No need to be so formal. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Halsey, not related at all. Oh, no, there's some more stuff here. Quentin Tarantino.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Oh.
See? Told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Wasn't my
Linny used
choice.
the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all.
So it always
I'm
picks
sure
that
you
number.
already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out.
Let's just see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
These guys need some sleep. Oh yeah, the other box. This guy? Eslador.
I see that you're investigating the area. If you find any new and interesting leads.
I don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first?
What? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the result of Linny's trick with bated breath. So no one paid it much mind. I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Like, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right. Oh, that's true.
That does remind Paimon, though.
Audible thump, huh? What else is there? Talk to them. I gotta sneeze. Ugh. Eh. Oh, this lets me sit down. Wasn't the person's seat like up here? Yeah, they're hanging up here. Molly.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but...
Who's back here?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Oh, it's her!
Huge!
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the horror about that one, but who are you?
The Spina della Rosula.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
Spina di Rosula.
Mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums. You name it. Spina di Rosula does it.
And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
I forgot she has literal, like, connections. Bodyguards.
Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs.
Our voice is so rough, my boy.
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use
Gosh,
that.
their voices are so good.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine. Okay, if you say so. All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind. Really?
Hmm.
So too, but how did you come to that conclusion? Intuition, naturally. My
Whoa.
unparalleled intuition.
Look at that shot. Such a cool shot.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation. Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro-Archon. Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times.
Yeah.
All right, I've answered your question. Wait a minute.
Wait. Huh? I wasn't even asking the question.
I say it does. But don't worry. You won't hear any pointless questions from me.
The literal mafia.
Do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well, I guess.
And why would that be?
Well, something serious like a trial shouldn't be seen like entertainment.
I told you they were different.
Most astute of you,
Most excellent. To be smashing my Demoiselle. I miss. Must be based.
Alright, that's quite enough, Malus.
I miss. My voice is very rough.
I need to make some preparations.
It's so deep. I love this guy's voice.
Investigation shall commence. You two shall be my
Huh? What? Why? Why do I keep being thrown into things?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
Yeah, see, Navia's how I wish everyone in Fontaine looked. Just, like, extremely fancy.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental
In uncovering the truth, my boy, my dear. Hey, Demoiselle Navia, simply smashing, don't you think so? I think she's the best character in all of the Vat, personally. Simply smashing, my demoiselles. The spina also is so perfect. Give me some soda pop. I just can't. I just love this guy's voice. Oh, yeah, you, the lamer voice. I have cool glasses on.
Nothing to add.
Oh, we'll be making some preparations first.
Please, Malus, please keep saying funny words.
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic.
You need not worry about such things.
You need not worry.
That falls under my duty.
I will clean your room. You can ride me like a donkey and I'll clean it. I'm such a child. I just love these silly voices. But yeah, you can't leave, huh? Excuse me.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment.
No, we're not. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, so the missing girl couldn't have left from here. And I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure?
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time, I couldn't see Linny's performance from here. But still, I did not abandon my post. And we Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
Okay, Glovian Wall.
The girl couldn't have left through here.
Must have been some sort of magic.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we?
Why don't we take a quick selfie? Alright, Farina, can you go into your idol? Not that idol, the other idol you have. Don't you the one where you like sit down? Make it look like you're sitting down. Oh yeah, Navia's eyes are huge compared to everyone else's eyes.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Alright, do the idol when you're sitting down. Come on. Come on. Your idol animation, please. Please do the idol animation. Not that idol animation, Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle. I always just love my Cape Ravenous voice. Please, Hydro Archon, would you please be a dairy and sit down? Gosh, his voice is gonna destroy my throat, but it's so fun to do. Just a gargly old man voice. Come on, please. There we go. Okay, alright, that's fine. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit. Oh.
Understood. Then I very good. That you may spare the pleasantries.
We've arrived. Who's this?
Oh, I guess she follows me now.
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
Look how... Yeah, there's a lot of Navi in this. They really like Navia.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this
I love how she's got spies with her at all times, just like Elon.
Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
Oh, new helpers?
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day
I never
you get to
noticed
see
the blue on
secrets
her.
behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest.
Man, I'm really craving a Pop-Tart or something right now. Something nice and sugary.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes.
The
a world
secret.
of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything?
Yeah, there should be like a trapdoor in the bottom, right? Or...
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you.
Oh yeah, that other box had like balloons inside it, right?
Were there balloons and other decorations here?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still
Yeah.
far from
The back? You mean?
Very good indeed. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Yeah.
So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Is there an additional box?
Exactly.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box.
Yeah.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The two magic boxes are positioned right above the two entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark.
Right! You were talking that whole time!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated was to achieve that effect.
So he was already down there.
And I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh,
There's a space in the back?
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
Oh.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell.
Oh, duh. That makes sense.
And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow.
So they were already there.
Until you revealed was
I would need to watch that video again to double check if that's
would
Lynette.
briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would.
Lynette walked out, but he also walked
As
out.
you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone.
Using the box, Linny would use to get the other side, and Lynette and her assistant would take charge on stage interactions. In which Lynette and Linny's clothes would be hidden, she'd appear at the end of the entry and lead people to believe that Linny actually did this. Control board. Face.
The floor is wet.
Please be careful not to slip them as out.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here? Oh, Hyman knows! It's one of those tricks where you...
I don't think so.
It's a broken vase! That can't be.
Is she water? Did she become a base of water? Wait, clothing? Where'd clothing go?
What's this? Looks like a
A grappling hook!
end of a rope.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick.
Whatever it is.
Clothes. Oh, is this her clothes?
These are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here. But she's
right. And do you really
Wait,
need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Know me up? Where did those swirly glasses come from?
Doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Nah, I like your silly glasses. Examine the tracks. Storage. Mm-hmm. Here's the trolley. Wait, there's something else I could examine. Where was it? Let's see if it moves.
What is this place?
It
A
seems
vent.
someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Hmm.
Oh, you're right. Let Paimon right.
But why would she take off her clothes and then go in there?
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Boop, 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 boop.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns.
I am back
Apologies
here.
for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal...
They believe the odds of that are very low. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance.
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then.
Hmm.
The plot thickens. Huh. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless...
Charges and then trial.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House.
Hmm.
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice.
It just
Put it
eats.
simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually...
Wait, so what does Nuvla even do?
Yes, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
You gotta marathon
To
this.
act as the twins' proxies.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to...
Ruby, don't need to use the bathroom, dear Michelle.
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem
I'm
like
on.
such a bad idea. Just kidding, just kidding.
Hmm? What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh?
Understood, demoiselle.
Everyone's not scared of my secret easy bake oven. Over here.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, it's my secret easy bake oven. Haven't you been listening to me, little blind baby?
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Perfect.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Oh, dang. You can just do that?
I thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking.
I could never. I love my demoiselle's special famous macaron.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
My encouraging smiles are the greatest thing I could ever give to demoiselle.
I was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking?
Oh, she was doing the whole thing.
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies
Oh.
only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano.
I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try. Only 3? Well, eating too many sweet treats.
Dang, now I want
might send all that
macarons.
sugar to your
Macaron.
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite. No need for concern.
I'm just doing my job, dear traveler.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, however, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone.
My cat is probably wondering why I have like the darkest, gargliest voice.
Exactly. Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching? The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real... True, but the only people left to consider are both technically victims. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications?
But she doesn't do magic.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off.
She doesn't know magic.
Does she have any motive? The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troops. From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing, though, Navia.
Macaron.
They smell great. They're nice and crisp and super sweet. They are my specialty, after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them. What? 5? Oh, that can't be right.
Oh, do they count as 2 each?
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might...
Maybe I could take for the old Barton and Mrs.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach. All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat.
Unless there's someone else here.
Set up the stove again, if you would. Huh? What are you doing? Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course. Exactly.
As you wish, Demoiselle.
Easy back off and away.
The egg, sugar, and almonds.
And they do it again.
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking for yet. It would be awkward if you got all tongue
Eyes are so freaking big.
Alright, thanks for your help. It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Maloose, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find it.
And there might be another person. Alright, where are we going now?
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Well, it seems like I just gotta wait. Wait until the next day or until today? Because I don't know what time it is. Okay, I guess it's a full rotation of a day. Because you can't tell what time it is. I guess there's that window, maybe, in the corner. So we just have to sit here and sleep here for a day? Also, isn't there something on the quest that says, like, by the way, once you do this, you're not going to be able to leave for a while? Doesn't it usually... Isn't it supposed to say that? I don't think it is. Or I think it is, but it's not showing up.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing. Good plan. Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least
You're
we'll be
oddly
supportive
positive
and
about
stand.
this.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do. Thanks, Navia. Best of luck to you.
Oh, I guess we're up here now.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation
We
go?
learned stuff.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation
Disappointed.
came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you,
disappointed.
my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the cause of—
Yes, of course.
Oh, you have to explain everything. They explain everything. You're like, wow, it's really cool.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. You ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began.
Yes, that's correct.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do.
Whoa,
Allow
closer.
me to take the first shot and break this case wide open.
You're lying.
Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey
But that assumes that
In fact,
they were in there.
you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Well, then
That is
where
simply
was he?
Your hypothesis based on—
Oh, is that so?
No.
And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
the roaring countdown of the crowd, of course.
And you didn't hear anything else at all?
No, nothing.
Oh, look at all my stuff I got. Oh, there's something else. About the tunnel, apparently.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so...
Huh?
Hey, hang on.
Hey.
Something's not right here.
You didn't know about the
I'm
sound.
sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales.
Hmm.
Those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
So?
The House of the Hearth?
Oh, I guess we know what that is. I didn't think we knew what that was at the time. So, what does that have to do with anything?
Something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
Doop.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened.
And do you see
during
any
that
other
time.
Fatui people there?
Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the inside
Why is it so
I
silly?
suppose. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the
Hmm?
all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
It didn't really have anything to do with it. Yeah, so we know Capitano. He's Fatui and he's cool.
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to reestablish the facts. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Linney
Also,
are both members
Looming
of
doesn't know what the House of the Hearth is. Or Hearth, not Hearth. I always called it Hearth in my mind. Traveler, why are you so aggressive about this?
Yes.
You know Capitan. Well, I guess technically she does not know Capitan. And you were just being buddy-buddy with Mr. Tartar Sauce a while ago.
Might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak.
Granted.
My client has withheld some key
In that
information.
case, what is your request?
Oh, brief adjournment. Why are we adjourning?
Necessary?
The defendant deceived their own attorneys.
Order! Order, I say!
Order!
Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Lumi, why are you so mad?
Well, this is awkward. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Lumi should not care, like, be this mad about it. Like, she has met, like, a ton of Fatui already.
We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
What about Capitano?
Tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the words is enough.
Yeah,
to make
but
you
at this
upset.
point, we're like, they might not be the bad guys
Our
here.
organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead.
So it's weird. On their Twitter, they like showed their affiliations again and basically changed them to Fatui, but obviously they just spoiled it on their Twitter so people who don't do the story are like, wait, why are they showing this? Why is this a big deal?
The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. Right. So, you be the judge. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Plus, they were probably born into it. It's not exactly their fault.
Right. Let's hear...
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which
you just
the
go into
core
the
is
vent.
stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice, which should have been impossible, of course. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why you want to know what's up with it?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want
Well, I
to
don't think
leave
we
because you
can
don't
leave.
trust the Fatui,
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
okay. Thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a...
We have the evidence? Alright, back in we go. The nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue
Look at that
stating
smug
her
smile.
reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective.
Oh, you can identify loopholes in their statement using evidence and clues. Yeah, we're literally just doing Phoenix right here. What the frick is this?
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed
There's some nice
earlier that
drawings.
he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out.
The
Before
vase?
making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands.
Then where would she go?
And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the...
Key to refuting Lady
Oh, her
Farina
voice.
is the order of events. What Linny experienced and what he saw.
Okay, so what do I do? Wait, but didn't he say it takes like 30 seconds? Let's see. In case that when Liney returned, that the crime had already happened.
Linny did not take part in the underground altercation.
Yeah.
He only
You know-
witnessed traces of the aftermath.
And no one left. You heard a thud. Okay, so no.
Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth. According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say!
Or numb me out.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the
Why is
tunnel,
Paimon
but
doing
he
this?
immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement.
But that's a whole other question.
There, the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again. And in order to complete the map, finally, he reached the surface.
Do, 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 do. Successful refutation.
Paimon did it! Paimon... In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
Yeah.
That's right! My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance
Yeah.
case. What would the point
Yeah.
of killing so why their partners.
You kind of just like put yourself here.
Your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim is also a clue. Wait, what? Wait, what am I doing? Oh, which is the evidence that Liney wasn't in the tunnel? Also, yeah, what's with this hook rope? Yeah, if he wasn't in the tunnel, then... Well, he didn't know about the sound, right?
That's right! Linny wasn't in the box.
Oh yeah, you didn't hear either of those.
That when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof!
Well played. To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Who was the murderer? Oh, we're doing this thing again. It was the fireworks. It has to be someone who knows how to do it.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or...
You didn't even know her name.
Could there have been a third person involved?
There's a clue.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
What's he thinking of?
That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact...
Linny couldn't have killed Cowell because Cowell killed Cowell.
Is that so?
You know, there's like a cool video about that.
Hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom, and we've got another ad coming up, so let me BRB one more time. Some awful reason, they decided to put their Jiggy over there, on top of this giant free fall, and Banjo's expected to get to it somehow. It's not too bad, but the problem is getting back out of this. You're expected to jump all the way back here. And of course I nailed first try because I'm the best at this game! I think this was a stage I remember having a ton of trouble with my first time around. That's because 2D physics takes a little bit of getting used to if you're not used to it. Yeah. Yeah. Up till a couple years ago, Death Mountain was super active and erupted. That's the reason Gourd City was so hot and flowing with lava. Little Highland Wagyu would have been cooked to crisp. Yeah. Yeah. Cooked to a crisp. Yeah. Let me check the tabloids.
juicy gossip. I didn't know Kim Kardashian did that. Yep, you're very similar to Kim Kardashian. You look a lot like this Kim Kardashian fella who's on Bowser's wanted poster. Now, kid, what's your name?
Luigi.
Huh, well, Luigi, huh? I mean, you do kind of look like that guy. Well, I mean, you're not Kim Kardashian, so I guess I reckon you can pass.
Okay, we're back. How can we envisage Linny as being unable to deal with the crime? Okay, well, hold on, let me click back on.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The deceased's name is Cowell. Halsey's clothing was in the...
Okay, prove there was an altercation.
The sound we heard may have come... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. The sound we heard may have come from... No one entered or left the opera house through...
Well, it can't have been there.
The deceased's name is Cow... Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which...
Not in there. How do I prove that there was an altercation? Well, her clothes, then, right?
Halsey's clothing was in the...
Then no. Okay.
No one entered or left the opera house. The sound we heard may have come...
Well, there's something about the sound.
It would have been tough for both people to fit.
They can't fit in the vent.
The sound we heard may have come... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. It would have been tough
So she's
for both
in the vent? How can she be in the vent? How all the means commit the crime. He's not in a tunnel. Time to do that. But no one left. Then how did they disappear?
Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see how it is.
Unless Farina is her or something.
And here I thought you had something to show for it.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits.
Yeah, the one side, the other side, and the vent.
It's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Water tank? Is she water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents. But do you
Did she
not
turn
see
into
that the
water?
crowd is growing impatient?
Because that would make sense for how her clothes disappeared.
In this opera house, than an awkward delay in the performance.
Dun.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Hold it.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that. The sound we heard may have... The deceased's name is Cowell.
Is she the water?
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water...
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared.
She turned into water?
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
Yeah.
If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick. Must we really?
But don't you want to be sure?
Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection.
All these close-ups of her face.
Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking
Look at her pointing at us.
different things.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
focal
how did she
points
turn
that
into
make
water?
sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since
Oh, look at that feet. See that feet?
I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects
Why
of
haven't
the
they
deceased.
done that at the beginning? I found
Still
something.
examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with
Why
everyone.
didn't they find that
We
first?
discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea.
Oh.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization
Oh,
that sells
whoa.
illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Well, that should be. Why didn't they find that the first time?
Many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is...
Dude, she's right!
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait!
What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
They'll be brought down the staff.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased...
Yeah, why didn't they look at that
has yielded
first?
some surprising results. But we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume
These
that
guys aren't really
clues
good
are
at-
indeed authentic.
good at,
be it with the understanding that Ms. Halsey
that
has yet to be
sleuthing.
found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook!
Yeah.
Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the...
They can dissolve Fontainians. Okay.
The deceased's name is Cow...
An item? It has to be this, right? Unless it's the hook. Wait.
The water from the primordial sea... The deceased's name is Cowell. Linny's... The water from the primordial...
Either is this or the rope? Huh.
The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and cut. As... The water from the primordial... Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick.
Or maybe, yeah, I switch these two together?
Now it seems like the hook rope... The rope that strung the water...
Okay, so it's not the rope.
Lynette was in the magic box on I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Oh yeah, the background things, right? Huh?
It's Ace Detective gripper with the water tank rope, and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box.
Mm-hmm.
When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Do.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who...
On that note, the guards have just contacted me.
Oh, there's more.
I shall now invite him on stage.
But wait, there's more.
Thank you, Your Honor. We found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
That can't be. Oh, I see.
Isn't that what they used to have Lynette turn?
Does this not clear all doubt, my dear citizens?
Oh, we're doing this again.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman.
He didn't have anything to do with this.
Made modifications to the props beforehand. His accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is... Am I right, Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. Is this the end of the road?
Hold on.
Oh no. Paimon can't think of anything either.
Is there anything else?
Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move.
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you not...
Excuse me. Please do not shout.
Come on, don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette.
Oh, whoops.
Give it a butt. As the magic makers and stars of the show.
What are we doing?
And voila.
Ta-da! It's the box again. Oh, she's here.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
No.
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before I knew it, she caught me.
She the water?
teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
Huh?
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from
Oh.
Monster.
Then,
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and
Oh,
there.
by the way, I'm a thief.
I've never been caught before.
Till now.
But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away.
All
I
right.
was the one who caught me in the act.
Right.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance.
Oh, you were in the box. Why didn't we check the box?
I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Okay, so you're in the tunnel, yes.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight.
So it wasn't that. It was actually... It was actually Cowl.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowl.
Okay, well, I don't have anything here then.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowl leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk. She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward.
So she hasn't been eating or drinking?
Trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our
I figured that was why.
thief. At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo.
So did they just lure macarons out to catch her?
Now then, Lady Farina. Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add,
Please
the trial
answer.
has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow! Look at that!
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full
Look at that big old fan.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen.
But why
To
does he
cover up
go
any
for
evidence while
women's?
committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended.
And why couldn't we hear him in the box? Why didn't no one check all those boxes?
As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the Opera House. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude
Though he was
that
also
Linny,
an event.
the accused, is in fact innocent.
Yay!
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be
Though they should
investigated,
probably be.
this case at least can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
It's very Star Rail of that.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Yay! And Lumi.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
There's still like a bunch of questions
I
though.
think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Yeah.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the
Oh dang.
The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it.
There's so much crime in this world.
Disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
Oh, well, okay. That's kind of horrifying to just watch a man disintegrate.
Ruthlessness.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
That's quite the effect. Goodness. Was he just drinking that, or How did you just disintegrate?
So, we're just going back now?
Are we? Oh, well, there's other stuff to do.
True, but...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Hmm.
I know you may not want to speak to me.
No,
right
it's
now.
fine. We know
want to look at me.
your cousin Capitano. You're fine.
Let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui. I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me.
I mean,
That's all.
I don't know why Lumi's
That
so
was
mad
my
about
father,
this.
Who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my
Whatever
sister
happened to
turning
Fremenay,
a street
though?
rat together with me. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility?
That was how we felt at first too. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant
Jeez, like human trafficking? Goodness.
Oh, no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person. All I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement.
Jeez.
All of them orphans. Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed,
I mean,
betrayal
that's
shall
valid,
never be
and
permitted here.
you could leave at any time. I don't know why Lumine's so hellbent about this. Also, Cheesecake, welcome in. We're kind of in a serious moment right now about human trafficking and orphans and revenge and all this stuff. So it's not exactly the best time for silly
I was
goofs.
hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
Wants a gnosis, huh?
Has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Sarita to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right.
Yeah, we haven't even met her
The
yet.
House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été,
Bouffe
including the
d'été.
maid, has their roots in Fontaine, and we will always defend our homeland.
Well, that's nice.
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic
Hey, what do you mean you can't completely trust you? Why is Lumine just so mean right now? She knows that this isn't entirely their fault. They chose to join this organization. Jeez, why are you so mean, Lumine?
It's all right. I understand.
You were buddy with Mr. Tartar Sauce earlier. Why are you not buddy with these two?
I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the house, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that
Yeah,
I
and you
believe
two
when
can
I
just
say you
leave.
should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me.
Goodbye. Why are you so mad at them? Jesus. Just leaves.
Bye, Linny.
Jeez, Lumine, why are you so angry at them? Like, even I'm thinking like, well, you don't need to be this mad. Like, you can kind of understand it now.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
Nah, you can't.
What's wrong, my dear partner?
I guess you weren't trying to Mr. Blender.
Are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial...
Yeah, why do we have to deal with all this?
...for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just
But what if I want to hear
this
is great and amazing voice some more?
I might have...
Don't say that, Navia.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too.
I had a lot of fun with my Easy Bake Oven.
New waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the
Man,
murk
she's
to become
really
clear.
into us.
Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know,
I can bring out the Easy Bake Oven.
To get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it
Mealtime.
You don't have to twist Paimion's arm. Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer?
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
Oh, and there it is. That's the end. Oh, but we didn't get to see his Easy Bake Oven though. Oh, does that mean we can finally... Hold on. Does that mean we finally have access to Reputation? I actually don't know. Or not yet. Yeah, what kind of quest is this? Is this a separate thing? Or do we need to do more? What's up? Yeah, she's a one-person shop. Oh, okay. Like, what is your thing? What are you asking for? I don't get what that quest was. Okay, well this obviously continues. Chasm stuff. Yeah, I guess we still need to do more Fontaine stuff. Does this activate? Nope, not yet. We still gotta finish the other one. Alright, well I guess we can like do like a touch of Act 4 too. Just like a touch. Since it is getting pretty late. We can do just like a few more cutscenes. But yeah, that was quite the mystery thriller. Like, it is a little bit spoiled since I know a little bit about it, but...
But stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while.
Didn't we record something here?
For us first. Please wait here.
Wait, where's your cool spies? Where's your cool guy with the amazing goggly voice? Where'd he go? I will bring him back. Look at all that bread. Is that lasagna?
Go ahead, try whatever you like.
Jeez, I'm hungry again, and I just had gnocchi for dinner.
Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit
Is she
with
rich?
only one dish per table.
You sure have your own way of doing things.
Now I kind of want to eat something.
We called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
But yeah, once we get to a point where it seems like there's gonna be a big, unavoidable thing.
Behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened.
Not soon. We still got a few more
Taken a
quests.
big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women. But we
And they're probably incels trying to do some Red Scare, far-right stuff. That sounds like something incels would do.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation
Oh, I'm gonna sleep it out.
before.
If only that guy could have finished speaking.
Yeah, who's this boss?
In such investigations,
Probably some old
even
man.
the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To see
Yeah,
into
the
cracks
good
where
mafia.
Bill falls through, where their watch fails them.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
Moomin is so small compared to this chair.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
Stuff. Whoa! Whoa! Xeno Games TV, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Hello. What are we up to? Is that how you say your name? Xeno Games? Xeno TV? Let me know how you want me to call you. But thank you so much for the raid. What are we up to? Are you also doing some Genshin stuff, or are you just doing some just chatting? But thank you so much for the raid. For those who don't know me, my name is Hilly, and we play a wide variety of games. We've been playing some Infinity Nikki, some Mario, some Mega Man, some Zelda, a whole bunch of Nintendo-esque stuff. But right now, it's Fontaine-uary, which means I'm trying to catch up in the Fontaine area of this game, which means I'm trying to catch up with story I was supposed to do a year ago. But thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. If you need to raid and run, definitely feel free to. I probably won't be going on for too much longer. I just want to get a head start on story. Nibbles this channel from Manny. Oh, you're friends with Manny. Welcome in. Awesome. Hope Manny's doing well. I saw he was playing some Lethal Company or something. Those games always scare me. Thank you so much for the raid, and thanks for finding me through Manny's channel. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. These cutscenes are pretty long, so let's keep going through these.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people.
But yeah, we're having a little big victory feast, and we're trying to figure out what we're doing next. After we just finished a big mystery investigation.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
well, that's up our alley. Questionable legality. As long as it doesn't hurt anyone.
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play.
That sounds like she'd be mad at us.
Could you suggest something a little more practical?
Maybe that was an early draft.
Alright, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed.
Wait, what?
Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers.
What?
Let her go back to sleep until she answers all your
You want me to Back to the Future her? You want me to dress up in the hazmat suit, get a like a headphone thing and shock them with loud music and say you're an alien? You want me to Back to the Future her? Mr. McFly, you're the Hydro Archon and I need you to answer up. Where's my brother? I don't know what a brother is. Let me go back to sleep and eat my macaroni.
I can personally testify that this one works.
Wait, what? You've done this before? So are you saying that Navia was Back to the Future at some point? Well, obviously, considering what happened with her father, it sounds like that didn't quite work.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Yeah, we've been arrested like 5 times.
Valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking
Navi, you're a strange one. The things inside your little brain.
Alright, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Why don't we give it a try after this meal?
You mean just walk right up to her and ask her stuff?
Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was this your drink? Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Rude.
Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then.
I keep wanting to think of like the soda.
Yeah, we're stuffed.
Lawn cutscene.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
You could try walking, you know.
That would be so normal. You know, like you.
Jeez.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing?
Mental math?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
So sorry.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if If you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula.
Poor girl's doing a lot for us, and Lumi's like, yeah, whatever. Next person. These girls are a dime a dozen. She's like, let's move on. She's like, yeah, I've already met like 6 of you. Fountain Plaza in front of the Opera House. Where is that? Over here. Okay, hopefully this is a quick cutscene. But let's see. I say this and we're gonna be stuck for like an hour. Just watch. Okay. Okay, I don't have access to the fountain. Oh, that's the voice again.
Looks like we're back here again, huh? Traveler? That's kind of spooky.
Vache? Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? Huh? Hang on.
Oh, now you hear it too.
Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Are we gonna be sent to a dungeon? Oh, it's an Oceanid.
Vache? Are you my dear Vache? No.
I'm Hilly.
You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Wait. Who am I?
Oh, you forgot your lines?
I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land? Yes, that is what I was once. I do not know how I came to be like this either.
Maybe you're dissolved.
I also remember going to many places. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. But now, we can no longer go back. No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me.
Tell him not to look for you.
Move on. That is perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, if only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Is that what you call it?
Dissolving.
If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
Seems like they still have some consciousness. Oh, Paimon?
Time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence.
Oop. Huh? What? Oh. What? Huh? What's happening? I got you! Oh, I think I saw this at TwitchCon. I think. Maybe I did. Oh, I guess we're fighting now.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance!
You know, she is on this banner. Which is cool in theory, but she doesn't do that much, in my opinion. I say she's blasting everything.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I walked.
Followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same. Were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father.
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid.
Thank you, it's me, the best character in Genshin, speaking again.
We all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
It's me, I'm back, everyone. Everyone loves me.
Sorry, I just love this man's gargly voice.
Hey, you want easy back oven?
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
Who's they?
I'm sure they've known about me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via...
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rapid.
I will continue investigating, no matter
Just
what.
like completely skipping
bring the
over.
truth to light. Regardless,
So my,
thank you for your help.
from what I can tell, she killed her father for probably like
I do not think that they'll strike again
legality
anytime soon.
stuff, when she doesn't like
So I
that.
shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere.
Oh, your voice is like a song.
If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's... Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk.
Yeah, Navia's always
Really a
with
farewell
us.
meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. As such, we're still partners.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me,
I would have
would
joined
join
you.
Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill.
All right, you two. Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Yeah, why are you following
To
us?
be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon. Huh?
Huh?
Yes. All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
Wait, what?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said, that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
So?
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty?
Someone trying to poison us?
Been spiked with water from the primordial sea? Yes. So
Oh, jeez.
if you hadn't drunk that cup for me.
There's roofies too?
Grandest of awards for you as we
Paimon stopped an assassination attempt. Oh yeah, we're not from Fontaine.
I sent people to Hotel de Beau. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger.
So much is happening.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud
Dang,
of.
now we can't drink any water.
Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Oh, we did see
Can't be coincidence that the
the Vacher.
Paimon heard it too. But does that mean the primordial sea seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it...
That doesn't
Maybe.
sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
Also, Vacher used to be someone.
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh. Vacher. That name doesn't ring a bell. Since he
You can look for one.
Dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene, but he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Yes, thank you. This is very important information.
All right, partner.
Oh, you mean you'll help?
Oh, she perks up so much. She's like, oh my gosh, she said the thing. She's, oh, what a cinnamon roll.
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count.
She perked up.
And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not
This will prove to be their biggest mistake. I've got 10,000 Xiao lanterns for me to blow and burst some things up.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite
Please, please. Look, that big smile makes you look a little targeted. As much as I love seeing your gigantic smile.
You talk too much.
No, he doesn't talk enough.
Back to one of our bases, shall we? Also have some plans to go over.
Don't worry, you two.
Okay, that Ninek in Folois. I don't know how to say that. Where is the Spina de Rosa's hold? Is it over there? I guess it's over there. Oh, I need to make sure not to go over there. But I think that's a good place to stop for now. And that's a free wish for that. All right. All right. That's a good place to stop. So, let's call it there. So, thank you all so much for joining me for another stream. Next time, we're probably not going to be doing Genshin every stream. Like, that would obviously be too much. So we could, I don't know, probably do some Nikki next time, and then we'll see from there if we want to continue with Fontaine-uary or not. I'm feeling next stream will be Wednesday, because I learned some news that I might be off that day. Let me double check my notes. The 6th. No, I wrote Thursday for some reason. So it'll be on Wednesday or Thursday. Depends on what happens. But I'll probably, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But otherwise, let's go right on out to someone. Also, I forgot to say, thank you all for meeting that charity goal. Like, I did raise the charity goal. If people would like to try and reach for that, I'll keep it up for a little more. Okay. Kizzy's on. We can go right on over to her since we are also doing Genshin right now. So let's go say hi to her. So here's our standard raid message and our sub raid message. So pick whichever one works best for you. She's starting Lantern right now. So we can go talk about what was his name? Melis? That's his name, right? Yeah, Melis. He is so freaking cool. Okay, but let's go right on over to her. So next stream will be on Wednesday or Thursday. But otherwise, I will see you all next time. So stay safe, everyone. Stay earthbound. Shout out to DoorDash. Remember the ice climbers. And next time, keep on fishing. And next time, trust your Uncle Lenny. Come on. Trust him. All right, y'all. Good night, everyone.